Welcome everyone to the video. Welcome to the channel. Um, in today's video, we're titling this Moral Panic is a Business. If you've been enjoying the content, please subscribe, like the video by hitting the thumbs up, and definitely comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. These videos are designed to get people to start talking. Um, so if you've ever noticed how everything just feels so urgent right now, not just important, but urgent. Every headline is breaking. Every post, you need to see this right now. Every video, this changes everything. Something is always under attack. Something is always about to collapse. And if you don't pay attention, you feel like you're missing something big. However, what if I told you that feeling you have, constant pressure, that's not by accident. That is the product. So this has been on my mind for a while now because it doesn't matter where you go, whether it's the news, social media, politics, even conversations with people in real life. Everything feels turned up all the way. Like we're always one step away from something major happen. So I started asking myself, is the world actually more chaotic? Or are we being shown a version of the world that just keeps us locked in? Because those are two very different things. Once you start seeing it, you cannot unsee it. We're just going to call it what it is. Outrage. It's it's a business model, not a side effect, not something that just happens. It is intentional because attention is money now. And the fastest way to get your attention isn't to inform you, it's to alarm you. Fear cuts straight through everything. You could scroll past something normal all day, but the second something feels threatening, you stop, you read, you click on it, you watch the video. And once they have you, they keep feeding it to you because now you're engaged. And engagement drives everything, the ads, the algorithm, the influence. The more emotional the content, the more valuable it becomes. That's why everything feels more extreme, because extreme is what performs. Now, we're not in an information age anymore. We are in a reaction economy. If you think about it, nobody gets rewarded for taking their time and thinking something through anymore. That doesn't go viral. What goes viral is your immediate reaction, your hot takes, your quick opinions, emotional responses. The system is built to reward that. The faster you react, the more visible you become. And the more visible you become, the more influence that you have. So what happens? People stop asking, is this true? And start asking, how do I respond to this right now? That shift is everything because now you're not thinking, you're simply reacting. And if you can control someone's reaction, you don't need to control their thoughts. Now, I'm going to bring religion into this because religion has always dealt with big questions, right and wrong, morality, how people should live their lives. And for a long time, it provided a structure. It gave people a framework to understand the world. But now it's being used very differently. It's now a trigger point because religion is tied to identity, and identity is incredibly powerful. If you challenge someone's opinion, they might not listen. If you challenge their identity, then they react. And once that reaction starts, it spreads faster than facts ever could. So, what you see now is religion being pulled into conversations, not always to guide people, but to divide them, energize them, mobilize them. Because once belief and identity are connected to outrage, you've got something that spreads very fast and something that keeps people locked in. Now, here's the uncomfortable part because it's easy to point fingers, and say, this is happening to people. But the truth is that we participate in it because outrage feels good. It gives you clarity in a confusing world. It gives you a side to be on. It gives you people to agree with and people to push against. And that creates something a lot of people are missing right now, which is a sense of belonging. You're not just watching something, you're a part of it, you're involved. And when people feel lost, when things get uncertain, that's incredibly powerful. We click, we comment, we share, not realizing we're reinforcing the exact system that keeps us in this state. But this comes with a real cost. If everything is in crisis, if everything is a crisis, nothing is. You lose the ability to prioritize. Everything feels equally important, even when it's not. And over time, that does something to you. You burn out, you go numb. And when you go numb, you stop caring about things that actually matter, or you stay in a constant state of reaction, always on edge, always ready to respond. And that's where it gets very dangerous because someone who is constantly reacting is easy to influence, easy to guide. And it's not done through force, but through emotion. Now, to be fair, this is not new. Fear has always been used. Religion has used it. Governments use it. Media has always known how to tap into it. But what's changed? It's the scale and the speed, and it's constant. There's no off switch. You don't just hear about something once a day. You hear about it all day. Different angles, different voices, different platforms. It creates the illusion that everything is bigger than it actually is. Because repetition makes things feel more real, even when they're not as significant as they might seem. So, what do you actually do with this? Because the answer isn't ignore everything. It's simply just not realistic in this day and age. But you do have to change how you engage. You do have to slow down. You have to create space between what you see and exactly how you respond. You ask simple questions. Why am I seeing this? What is this trying to make me feel? And is this actually important? Or is it designed to feel important? That one question alone can change everything because once you start recognizing the pattern, you stop being pulled into it as easily. Now, at the end of the day, the world isn't falling apart every 5 minutes, but it can definitely feel like it is. If that's all you're being shown, and if outrage is the product, then your attention is what's being bought and sold. So the real question is, what are you choosing to give your attention to? Because once you understand the game, you simply don't have to play it the same way anymore.